Right.
Aye.
We're changing things up.
Aye.
Aye, because when we do the podcast episodes, we're reflecting on it all the time, and try to figure out like what we're feeling and that kind of thing. And the last few episodes, what have been about ourselves, parenting, social media, and they're heavy ass topics. And you had shared your reflection on after the last episode and was saying, I want to change it up.
Yeah, just want to have a bit more crack, and just like allow it to be able to like have a conversation about where we are right now. Because I think when you're talking about like the things that are happening to us right this moment, instead of just like one specific particular topic, I think it might just be a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
And a little bit less intense for us because we're fucked after doing a podcast record as well. And we've actually got a proper job to do as well. So kind of feel like if we just had the banter like we normally do anyway, like before and after pod, that folk might enjoy that because we're funny as fuck.
I totally agree with you. Like we were, I had the same feelings. I was just like, there's something no right.
Yeah.
What is it?
Feeling forced, I think, for us, and that's not fair because we're pretty au natural.
Yeah, we're pretty chill to some extent.
Oh, aye. Well, we do like to get serious.
Yeah. Aye. So what's been happening? Right.
So I made a wee list of a bunch of shite, and this has been 3 weeks worth, so I don't know how relevant or how much I want to talk about any of it, but it's been pretty intense, and I feel like looking at this list, it's a little bit scathing in terms of my mental state. And I think probably the hardest couple of weeks I've had in a long time. So I crashed my truck, well done me, and it was just a sort of like the straw that broke the camel's back type of thing. Like there was a lot of shit going on. I was very much overloaded. And I think when we were talking about finding, time for yourself and all that jazz and what burnout actually means, I don't think I fully understood or realised. And maybe if you listen back to that one now, when I'm off on a fucking tangent about like being burnt out and what that actually means, maybe that's what was going on.
It was a sign from the universe.
What's a fucking sign?
Like, fucking
it's
stop.
A very expensive sign. But yeah, everybody's okay and all the rest of it. But it was just a stupid ordeal. But I was fucked. I was totally fucked, and I was knackered, and there was so many other things going on actually in work as well. And I'd got into a space where my management team weren't able to do their jobs because I'm just in their fucking way. And I'm just constantly in saviour mode and picking up the slack and doing everybody's job for them. So it was just a total mess. So I needed a proper reset.
Yeah.
So we're kind of at that stage now. And then, off the back of that, whilst I'm doing like the whole like vulnerable thing, I have a rumble with Amy, who's our digital marketing manager, right? And she's something else. What a woman. Anyway, so we have this rumble that she's come prepared with. And this is a private conversation between me and Amy, but ultimately the end result is it was very sort of like mirror inducing. She was holding a very strong mirror.
Right.
And I think what we have to just what I had to really take on board there was like, if I'm asking my team to be honest with me, I've really got to be prepared for the honesty and be able to take that on and respect that. But yeah, that was fucking brutal as well. But I'm so glad that she did it, and I'm so glad that she was brave enough to do it as well, because otherwise could have just trundled on. And I think what my point was about that one is like how many times you don't have that difficult conversation, and how many times you just like write somebody off and just be like, oh well, they're a dick, just leave that and just move on, and just like have this current of never actually trying to understand or sort it out. And I wonder if quite a lot of the stuff that we do here at G&M is kind of similar to that. I feel like there's a handful of legacy employees that I would definitely say that we've all come to that bridge, and we've all gone through it, like me and you have gone through it too. So it's just like history repeats itself. You just never stop learning the same fucking lessons over and over again. Exhausting. And then I went away to London to see my best pal, Carol, and her baby. So that was good fun. I took my 8-year-old with me, who has major main child energy. So it was a struggle for her to see this baby getting all this attention and wondering why she's not got a wee snack box. You know, what's going on here? How come she gets these special biscuits and stuff like that? Just like poor Luna Rose. But she did really well. Pretty intense and very different from what me and Carol would normally get up to if I went down to visit her in London. So it's changed days now for sure.
What do you usually do?
Just fucking be arseholes, basically. Go out, have loads of fun, go and do things, go to experiences, get pissed, have a great time, and not have to care about anything. And then, so like this visit is, we have children, we have things to do with the children, we have to be up early with children. You know, it's just like, it was a different experience. But all in all, me and Carol actually did get some really good quality time, which was well overdue. We're very much like similar in that way. Like, we're not constantly on the text or phoning each other all the time. It really has to be in person. But I suppose it kind of like, that's what long-term friendship is, isn't it? It's understanding that. So we had a good time, and we've got plenty of other things that we're doing this year as well, because our other pal Vicky's getting married, so she's dominating 2026 for us, and our purses as well. Bastard. Yeah. But yeah, so that's my catch up, I think, to bring us up to date today, coming in today after dropping off the laundry because Chris didn't do it. But yeah, you know.
You do, you drop off a bit.
Oh, I get somebody else to do my laundry.
Oh, do you?
Aye.
Oh.
No fucking, and I've got a cleaner.
I think I knew about the cleaner. Yeah.
Yes.
I'd love to hear a cleaner at some point. Yeah. I am a cleaner.
Yep. Yep. If I've got to work 60 plus hours a week, then I'm not able to do the laundry. I'm sorry.
Aye, quite right.
Simple. And I don't feel bad for it either.
Yeah.
I will not be shamed for my laundrette. What about yourself? What have you been up to, Nick? Come on.
So I am looking forward to the Easter holidays coming up. I'm off next week, and like the season's long. Like, see that January to April. First of all, I'm always waiting for the spring to kick in. So I'm just like, where's the spring? Hurry up, because then it lifts up your spirits and stuff. And but the weather's been shit. Like, it's been like, we've got a storm and then it teases us, and then we've got another storm and then it teases us. And
it's like fake spring.
Yeah, aye, that's it.
Aha! Still winter.
Yeah, so annoying. And then, like, January to April is tough because it's the longest period between holidays, because I usually do the holidays as with the school holidays.
Yeah.
So there's like a week in Easter, a couple of weeks in the summer, and a week in October. And this one's the hardest one to get to, it feels. So I'm looking forward to just the break, because I think the last few weeks I've been feeling... I knew my trigger point in terms of where it kind of cascaded. And it's just been one thing after the other. And I'm like, right, get on top of it. And then you try and get on top of one thing, and then another thing happens. You're just like, right, okay, attention over here.
Yeah.
And then something else happens. And I was just like, well, I'm fucked now. I'm just going to have to wait for that holiday. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the holiday. I'm like, right, it's coming. And then you can reset, and then, get yourself back on track again. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I took myself on an artist day. So
what's that then?
So
explain. Context. Let's hear it.
So I'm reading Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way book, and I've tapped into it before, but I struggled to keep up with the pace of it. So Julia sets tasks every week that you need to do, but the last time that I did it, I'm just like, no, this is too much. I can't do it anymore. This time I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to take it at the pace that I can take it. That's it. Done. And one of the concepts that she brings up is taking yourself out on an artist date, which is a couple of hours a week where you do anything creative, essentially. So an opportunity came up where Morgan's art teacher was hosting a paint and sip class, and she was doing cherry blossoms, and I was just like, I actually fancy doing that. So when we were in our art class, I was like, you still got space in your art class? She's just like, yeah, you should come along. Like, and I need the encouragement as well. So she's just like, yeah, come along. I was like, and I was like, well, I know, I'm a bit nervous. And then the day of the art class, I was like, fuck it, just book it in, get it done. You'll probably enjoy yourself.
Probably.
Aye. So, and just see what happens. So, I went along, and it was brilliant. It's just, first of all, it was a room full of ladies, and different levels of creativity, artistry, skill levels, in their own art. And there was this one old lady. She had no idea she was going, so it was a lady and her daughter. Her daughter was bringing her as a surprise gift.
Okay.
And they were walking ahead of me before we went into the house, and she was like, "Where are we? What's going on? What are we doing here?" She was just like, had no idea what was going on. And then she was walking up. She's like, "I'm bringing you to an art class." She's like, "Oh." She's like, I can't do art. She's just like, my teacher told me I was shite at art. And then her daughter's just like, well, I brought wine, so drink the wine and do the art, right? She's like, you never know what will happen. So this lady, like, was like talking through the whole class. She was hilarious, like just talking about. She's giving herself a hard time, obviously.
Yeah.
She's like, this is shite. This looks like. Shite. Like, she's just such a hard time. And then it was funny because it opened up a space for a conversation in terms of the criticism that other people have had in the past about what made them feel like they couldn't be creative.
The teacher thing, like, I was told I was shite at art.
Yeah.
That is a big deal. People talk about that a lot. Like, they say that they're shit at art because they've been told when they were a kid at some point that whatever they did was rubbish. But actually, well, what's it? Her name, Linda Barry. That's the one that Chris goes on about. Yeah. She says nobody's shite at art.
No.
Not a load of bollocks.
And Nicola says the same thing as well. She's like, you can do it. It's absolutely possible. And the way that she set up her class as well, in terms of breaking down the picture in such a way, because when you see the picture, you're just like, wow, that's fabulous. But when she breaks it down into the steps in terms of the shapes and the positioning and things and stuff, it's so simple.
Yeah.
Like, and like, it's amazing what everybody comes out with and how proud everybody is at the end of it as well. And I was able to go home and teach Morgan as well. So Morgan was like, I want to do that. I was just like, we can do it because I know now how to do it. So we've started our own wee canvas. So it's funny how it continues on. And yes, and I loved it. It was such a good, like, I felt like I had to ask for permission. I was like, Stephen, do you mind if I go to this class? It's a couple of hours. And I don't know why you have to ask for permission rather than just go, I'm going to this class.
I think maybe it's because you were nervous about going to the class anyway. Like, if you weren't nervous about going to the class, you'd be like, Stephen, I'm going to this class.
Yeah.
But because you were already nervous, you'd be like, might get a way out. Stephen might be busy.
Yeah, aye.
Then I won't have to commit to it.
Aye. Yeah. It's always there's the jobs. Is it like you can have, like, you've always got jobs on, so you're like, do I go to this class or do I do the jobs that need to be done?
Yeah.
What ones are going to be? And I usually let jobs take over.
Yeah.
I never give myself permission to do just something like a wee bit different, but I did that time. And it was brilliant, and I was just like, right, okay, let's try and do this more often. So I asked Stephen, I was just like, right, Stephen, I need 2 hours every week where I can sit down and do some artwork. When's the best day to do this? He's like, just whenever you want. And I'm just like, no, I need a day, because you're committed to it too, because you need to look after the kids, because I want no distractions. He's like, a Wednesday? And I was just like, yeah, that could work. And then Morgan's like, can I join you? And I was like, yeah, you can join me. That's fine. And she can, like, she totally can. I was just like, but we're doing art. We're not doing anything else until you speak to me.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, like, it was good. So that's what I've been doing. Really,
brilliant.
A couple of things.
I love it.
Yeah.
The artist's way. Funny.
Have you done the artist's way?
I just do the morning pages, or I've been trying to do the morning pages. I'm actually shite at it. What happens, and I don't know if anybody else finds this, but see when you're journaling or you're writing down your thoughts or whatever, first thing in the morning is the best time to do it, before you've like picked up a phone, before you do anything else. Just jot down what's in your head. It's like the purest time to get everything out. And what generally happens is I get like 2 or 3 sentences in and I'm already like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this. So it's like everything that I'm thinking about is spurring like to-do lists. So I end up like having what's supposed to be my morning pages, where you're supposed to just write it all in the one place. I end up having that because I don't want to spoil my train of thought. And then I have like 3 other different notebooks open with different types of lists on them. Yeah. And then I just like, and also like that requires the time and space to do it. And if Lynn gets up, then I'm fucked. Like there's no danger I'm getting to do that. But yeah, so I've tried to do the morning pages thing, but it does need a better focus, I think, and a re-understanding of me. I think maybe just read it again, because I'm losing my place in terms of like the purpose. But I feel like the first time round, I really found it. And what happened was that I'd written like 2 or 3 pages and I'd actually got some really good fucking ideas from it. Like there are a couple of problems or challenges that I've been playing about in my head, and I was like, oh, I could do this or I could do that, and then that would help, that would solve the problem. So maybe just try and do that again. I have no idea what an actual artist day would look like for me. I'd probably have to do that. Like I just like have to say I was like had a hospital appointment or something and just fuck off. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, oh yeah, I'm going to see the accountant, or yeah, just like lie basically.
No one will know.
So nobody knows where I am.
No one will know.
To get the peace and quiet for it. Yeah.
So I have a meeting
yeah.
with myself.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Very important.
Do not disturb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No, it'll need to be like a whole like undercover operation. But yeah, no, I'm excited to try it. What are you trying to say? I'm going to have to do that by the next one. For fuck's sake. Okay, fine. Yeah.
What is the artist way?
Well, what is it?
Tell us about it, Nick.
From what I understand from it so far, it's about it's overcoming a creative block and bringing back the creative spirit inside yourself. And I haven't read the whole book, like, but I have started it. I think this is my 3rd time of starting it. I feel quite committed to it this time because I've taken it at my own pace. Yeah. But it really is about just bringing your creative spirit back alive again.
I think it's also about like, so quite often we're told like we have to be productive, efficient, we have to have some monetary value tied to us in order for us to be valuable or bring value. And what then happens is if you don't do any of that, if you don't conform to any of that, then what you are is valueless. Yeah. Type of thing. So what the Artist's Way is trying to teach is that actually the value of being a human being in terms of like why we exist and what our brain is for is to be artistic. It is to be creative. And it's not just artistic in the sense of drawing or anything like that. It's like art in any form, and understanding that actually that's the true value. You're not going to get to your deathbed and say like, I regret doing that painting instead of whatever, It's just like, it's so simple that the true meaning of feeling fulfillment comes from creating. And I mean, it's fucking obvious that would be how a brain of a human would work. Creativity, who would know that it would bring you joy? And that's what it's about. It's like, don't forebode joy. Make sure that you have time and space to hear your own inside brain, which is the morning pages. Get everything out of your brain, because it just provides complete clarity for the day. So you just spill it all out in whichever way, shape or form it comes out. It's just like anything that's in your mind, write it down. You see, even doing that is so hard to just, your brain is so conditioned to be like, get up, get out, let's go. Like to actually take peace with yourself for a minute and write it down properly. I sound like such a wank, but you know.
No, I totally get that.
yeah.
Like,
I'm honestly like listening to you and I'm like getting scared.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
No, like
how would I sit? How would I speak
What?
to myself?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would you just
about?
write what's in my actual head? Yes, literally, what's in your actual head.
I've got
Let it
things to
fall
do,
out.
Cara.
Yeah.
I know, just but write them down. Doesn't matter what comes up and in what order.
And how do I monetize this?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Well, she's found a way. So
Yeah.
So I start Substack
yeah.
and call it my morning pages. Is that what you're saying?
I think somebody's
And a-
probably
and a
already
Patre-
beating you
and
to
a
it.
Patreon.
I'm not going to lie. Somebody's definitely doing that already.
1000%. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, there's a couple of good things there, and I don't know. I mean, I watch Chris do all these endeavours, and you and Chris are very similar minded that way. So when you talk about something, I know already that he's been involved in whatever it is that you're interested in too, because you've both got that type of mind. You're both very creative outwardly, and I'm very practical outwardly, as in no, we've got jobs to do.
Well, I still have the same feelings that you bring. So when
No,
I, 'cause
you
when-
do, but you
Aye.
put more importance on it. You see the true value of it, whereas I really struggle to bring myself to put the importance on it, to say no, I have to do this. I give it a shot, give it a try.
It's hard.
Yeah. So so like I can't help like fall into like the traditional sort of sense of what I believe is valuable. That's been like hammered into me from a young age. So when I see Chris sitting reading a book, I want to punch him right in the face.
Talking about books, how did you get on with Gifts of Imperfection?
Oh, I hardly got to read any of it. But I mean, it is the second time I've read it.
Aye.
So, I missed it. I've missed it so much. I love it.
Yeah.
It's such a good one. But I'll properly get stuck into that as my nighttime read, I think. But it's really hard to read it. So Gifts of Imperfection is one of Brené Brown's very first books. And it's just a small book, and it's probably the easiest one to sort of like provide the sort of the basic foundations. And I think when you read any of Brené's stuff, it's like each new book has to encapsulate all the previous books. So if you're reading like Strong Ground, then it's covered the majority of what's already been said before. It's just that Gifts of Imperfection, I think, is just probably one of the most powerful ones for like teaching yourself to think differently about yourself. So it's really hard to read it without like getting into fucking, oh shit, I better write that down. Oh, I ken what that means. That's fucking spot on. That's me. Like, you know, so yeah, it was good to just get started again with it. But I tell you, 6 hours on a train, you think like you're going to like cure fucking world peace or something. No. The internet is shit, and you have an 8-year-old demanding attention, and there's just too much to and fro, and it's not as chill as like I painted the picture out to be. As like, oh, I'll get all this stuff done. No.
You're too used to sitting on a train for 6 hours without a child.
Yeah, I think possibly. Yeah, taking the child was a different story. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying? Just fucking ran on a tangent there. I said books. I said I was going to punch Chris in the face, and you're like, please, no acts of violence. We do not condone that in the podcast.
Oh, we can see what we want about Chris if he's not watching.
Exactly.
Anyway,
He doesn't watch us, so we can just slag him up.
How might we should do that as a little challenge on every episode. Like, how much can we talk about Chris in an episode before he realises that we're talking about Chris?
I wonder if his pal Scott will grass us up, because I think Scott listens. So that'll be the test. If it gets back to him, and I know he's not fucking listens, then I'll be like, Scott, you're a grass. Yeah, that's what we're going for, right? Okay.
So you're calling out Scott now as well, basically.
Fucking right. They're all getting it.
I don't know what's been like.
So I went to see Less Than Jake, Who's Less Than Jake?
Yeah, who is Less Than Jake?
It's like a punk rock ska type band that's maybe like been on the scene for about 25 years or something. I don't know. Anyway, they were playing at the Barrowlands, and it's probably one of the bands that I used to listen to the most, like in that sort of space, about early 2000s. So back to the Barrowlands, where I spent most of my youth from like the ages of like 15 to 18, because that was all the youth I had, obviously, because then I got Sophie. So we were at the Barrowlands, me, Chris, my brother Ian, his wife Nat, and Laura, my good pal from Errol, and it was good, and it's probably about the third or fourth gig that we've done to like an old school band, but I think this time was the first time I kind of like felt old. Like, as in, like, too many people, too close to me, just a lot going on. And also, like, I always remember that gigs were a lot more friendlier than how I experienced it. And I don't know if it's a throw-off of COVID or something, but folk were fucking grumpy. I'm like, what are you doing out then? Where you go? So it was a little bit surreal. But all in all, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. But yeah, so it was an experience. And I think Laura's just booked us tickets to go and see somebody else in August. She's fucking mad for it. So, yeah.
Who are you going to see in August, Cara?
I'm going to see AFI, Fire Inside.
That's a throwback.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just
I
punk
barely
rock.
know who they are, to be fair, so don't worry.
Yeah. It's
Punk
just
rock. I'll listen to them on the way home.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
give it a
good.
shot.
I love AFI. They're one of the classics. Yeah. Anyway, I was just telling you about that.
No,
Just
that's
Less Than
fine.
Jake. Yeah,
I'm
going to see a
not-
band.
like-
Like live music is literally the best thing in the world.
Oh, I'm going to
Yeah,
see
I
Five
agree.
as well at
Five.
Centre Gardens.
I know who Five is.
Yeah, it's funny though, because like we do, like Ross and I, we're into like new music, and
All music.
all music. And we share like some interest in like new people, and so do you, Nick, as well. You
Yeah.
kind of like the same stuff as we do, sort of like trendy, sort of like poppy type stuff that's kicking about nowadays. But there's just something about the classics. Just something. It's nostalgia, isn't it?
Yeah,
really? It's about
nostalgia.
it is.
Aye.
Yeah. So yeah,
We
I'm
were
looking forward to that.
Me and Stephen talk about it all the time in terms of like appreciating. If I think about my music taste back when I was like a teenager, like early 20s, to music taste now, like it's so wide ranging, and I love discovering old new music, like new old music.
Ah,
Yeah.
right.
New,
Okay.
like new,
yeah.
new
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
or the fact that you didn't appreciate it at the time, so you've heard
Yeah.
the song,
Yeah.
and then you just hear it one day and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
that's like a really fucking good song. I didn't
Yeah.
really appreciate that at the time. I'm trying to think of an example of one. Let me think.
Well-
Going through the 70s, like
That- yeah.
decade was like something for me a few years ago.
But that's because you're like, so that's your parents' era,
Yeah.
right? So like there is some sort of subconscious level knowledge of them, I feel, and then you start to there's ones that are like fully conscious that like you've always known, Van Morrison, Bob Dylan, T-Rex, like there's top ones of like my dad's like absolute faves that are now my favorites are my songs. So I don't listen to them as in like because it's my dad's music. I listen to them because like now I have a relationship with that song. I've felt things when that song's helped me or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so it's fun that I like discovering it for yourself,
Aye.
not just because it's what your parents listen to or whatever. And then totally. The 70s is amazing though.
70s had possibly
Yeah,
the best
70s.
music ever.
Ah,
like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can put the 70s on and it just like it's the right mood.
Yes,
every
it's
single
every
time.
time.
What mood
Yeah.
you're in.
Yes,
But
that's so
the right
true.
mood, 70s.
Yeah.
But 80s for me specifically, I'm just like, yes, let's party.
You are 80s.
Yeah,
you are
I
definitely
love the
80s. Yeah.
So good. It just makes me want to like. I remember going to like a 80s. So there's like a few clubs in Kirkcaldy, and there was your standard clubs that would play your normal DJ, whatever was going on at the time music, but there was an 80s one called Blue Mondays.
Nice.
And on the occasion we would shift and go to Blue Mondays. And like I loved it. I mean, it's all old people. We're like 18, like 17, 18, going into this club and stuff. And then you've got all the old people who are really enjoying it because obviously that's their decade.
That's their era.
And it was good vibes in there. But I wouldn't go there like all the time because I was still like, I still want to go to the actual clubs with all the new music and stuff. But as I've gotten older, I'm just like, fuck, I wish I was in like I was born in the 80s, like at
but
the end of the 80s,
experienced it as a teenager.
Right? You hear all the stories for your mum and that, and you're just like, oh, that just sounds like fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean that's Gordon and Dean's era as well. So like I remember like growing up with them, like that was a heavy influence, was the 80s. Laura loves the 80s as well. I mean, it's just good fun.
Aye,
it is good fun. Yeah.
Aye. And really creative as well. It was like a creative period of time. I'm like, this is an age thing. I really struggle with the music today. But there's some belters. Like I was listening to Ray's album.
Yeah, Ray's new album.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's something else.
It is.
Yeah.
Aye, that's an experience.
But I get Luna into, so like Luna has got a really good taste in music. So it's so funny, when we were down in London seeing Carol, she puts on YouTube for what we're listening to whilst we're drinking our wine or whatever, whilst the kids were in bed. And she's like, and what? She's like, what? I was like, I can give you some Luna Rose's favourite songs just now. And Carol's like full on expecting like to be Kiddie Pop or whatever. And I'm like, Ray, Lola Young, like that's her like two most favourite at the moment. Carol's like, I've never heard this before. I was like, yeah, it's like Luna knows it all before I do, type of thing. Like she knows all the words. But yeah, so I love sharing music with her as well. That's good fun. And she gets into her dad's stuff a little bit, but he's heavy metal, or death metal, I don't know what it is. So yeah.
You need to be very careful that you don't call it the other kind of metal.
What's the other
whatever
thing?
it is.
Well, there's about 5 or 6.
Whatever
I
it
think.
is.
I don't know.
Whatever it is, Ross, pretentious as fuck. Yeah, no, I'm not apologizing for the screaming, shouting music. Like,
it's too angry.
I'm not okay with it. The guy, I mean, just like calm down. It's all right. So,
Elena likes that kind of music as well. Elena's got, like, when you're talking about like connecting with Luna, I connect with and Stephen connect with Elena because she's music's her thing. Like that's her life. And like she has an incredible range of taste in music as well, and we love talking about like our experiences with music with her, and then she's always like helping us discover new music as well. She'll put on something in the car and I'll just like, oh, what's that? Tell me about that. So, and then like I love when you talk about concerts, we're going to a few concerts this year as well. Hello.
What is that?
Enter the multi-tool. the worst battery tool in the world.
I'm sure that was an elephant. What are you talking about?
Multi-tools are the most horrible things ever.
Somebody badly playing a trumpet.
Yeah. I thought it was my ass.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that.
Your anus.
There's your anus. Come on, context, people. Tell them. What are you talking about?
I think no. Move on.
You have to context. Come on.
Right. Wait. So
what happened?
Wait. So what? We're talking about the cream.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So Cara's came in with some beauty hacks this morning.
Yes.
And it was bepanthen.
Yeah, I used it last night.
Yeah.
So, well, I tell you, the reason why I used it is because the English water is brutal on my skin. I think it knows patriotically that this is Scottish skin. So let's give it a battering. So, like, I come back, I can only last like a weekend in London because my skin just like that. So when I came home, I was like, did all my face and that, and then I was like, seen the bepanthen, and I thought, I've heard somebody tell me that this is, you're meant to use this as your sort of nighttime routine for your skin, for wrinkles or whatever. So I slapped it on last night, woke up, my face fresh as a baby's bum.
Yeah, glowing.
Yeah. I'm probably sweating as well, to be fair. But yeah, so I'm using bepanthen And then Ross tells us.
Sorry, just for context, this is not something that I do. But when we're speaking about, butt cream.
Yes.
Apparently, hemorrhoid cream is, or hemorrhoid gel or something. I'm sure it was gel.
You said gel.
I heard it somewhere.
But I asked if it was the anisole.
Yeah.
And you said, no, don't think so.
Well, I said I don't know.
You don't know? Because I said anisole's cream. And then Nicola...
I thought it was called Anusol.
Anusol. Your anus. Yes? Yeah.
So if anyone would like to write in and give us
give
us the lowdown.
Yeah.
What's
we
it
need
called?
to know. And I'm happy to be the guinea pig. I will full on experiment this for us. If you need me to put butt cream on my pus, I'll do it. For my glow.
I don't think I've done anything wild beauty hack wise. No, I haven't.
No, because we were born in the 80s. We grew up in the 90s with hair mascara and blue eyeshadow and the jewels and stuff like that, and then everything was just sort of
just
basically
slap on.
plastic and petrochemicals injected into your face, essentially.
That's literally what we did.
Injected into your face is a 2020s thing, to be fair.
We're just slathering it on top.
Just slathering it on top.
Yeah. And using like an ironing board and an iron for straighteners, We didn't know any better.
And staples to piece your ear. I used to do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The bairns get what's it? It's a Temu thing. What's that? You can pierce your own ear thing.
Oh, you
and I'm
fucker.
just aye. So it's just a little plastic white thing, and you just shove their ear in it, and then in it goes. It's actually Morgan's pals that one of them's tried to pierce their nose with it. I was like, didn't do that? And then I was like, actually, I used to pierce my ears with staples and an ice cube in the back of it. I was just like, so you're probably doing better than what I was back then. That's probably the maddest fucking beauty hack ever. Though I have, when people use what do you call them, sponges and brushes for the face, I went back to use my hands again.
Sophie will fucking slate me to the high hill for the way that I put on my primer and my BB cream and stuff like that. I just... Because what happens, I feel is that I just come out in spots when I use brushes and sponges and stuff like that. I don't know if it's the chemicals in them or what. I don't know. I wash them and everything, but still, I don't know if it's the bristles getting in my pores. Fuck knows. Anyway, you're not here for beauty tips. No, we certainly know that. No. Okay, don't worry.
Hanging head in shame. Aye. I'm sure we'll get comments about that later at some point.
Although, I will keep you posted about the butt creams.
Yeah, and we're looking for a glam squad. That's our dream.
Yes, we are.
So if you'd like to if you like to be our glam squad, then this is your chance.
Yeah. You can scrub us up well. We could be a before and after. Yeah. Easy, not a problem. We'd get some clicks for that.
I think we're classing it as an unpaid internship. But,
that's right.
But we've got really good chat. So yeah.
I think that'll probably do us for today. I think we've covered our basis. I've got some cracking shit to talk to you about in the next one. We're going to start with couples therapy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
especially for those who don't listen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nick.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've just drawn on my face. Have I just drawn on my face?
No, I don't see anything.
Fucking vagina.